Woo! What is good, YouTube? Welcome to High Vibrational Kings. This is a channel for people that want to better themselves in life. Shout out to anybody holding on to their energy, breaking bad addictions, and trying to become a better version of themselves. All right, guys, so we over here in the field just chilling, getting some sun. Feels beautiful out here today. But in this video, guys, I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't really want to talk about when it comes to the semen retention journey, and because obviously, the benefits that you receive are amazing, they're life changing. But at the same time, when you go on retention, guys, there's a thing called the flatline. So in this video, that's what it's going to be about. We're going to be talking about the flatline and what it is, and how to overcome it. So basically, a flatline is like, say that you're on retention, right? And you've been feeling amazing, you've been feeling high energy, uh, like all this good, like positive, like positive energy, all this motivation, all this, like benefits, right? And then all of a sudden, like, you wake up one day, or, it could be like different days, where it fluctuates, where it's just like some days you feel like amazing, and like other days you just feel kind of off, your energy feels kind of low, you're not as motivated, uh, you don't really feel like doing anything. So this is known as, the flatline. You're flatlining. There's just like, like when you're on retention, you're just, you're skyrocketing, you're just high energy, high motivation, all these things. But when you're flatlining, you're just kind of just like neutral. You're just like, just there. You're just um, so, guys, the reason this happens, why you experience flatlines, it's basically your brain rewiring itself. Because you have to keep something in mind, guys. Keep this in mind. So a lot of people, were, how do you say, like, they were, for years, they're just constantly getting like artificial hits of dopamine, through the corn, through releasing all the time, or just very, how do you say, instant gratification, like constant, uh dopamine hits, like just through different artificial, like, stimulation and things like that. So that's how your brain was kind of like adapting itself, because it was like you were rewiring your brain into always getting that quick fix, right? Through the hub, through that fapping bullshit, and through other ways. So literally, guys, when you're retaining and you stop watching the hub, it's almost like you're withdrawing from those things, like if it was a drug, because like I said, it's like the same thing. Like if a person does like drugs and stuff, and they stop it like completely, they're gonna go through withdrawals, like, eventually, they'll feel like kind of like their brain is kind of trying to balance itself out, because for a long time it was getting like the feel good chemical, so it was always getting that instant gratification, that those instant hits of dopamine. um and then, but it was like, through drinking, smoking, the hub, all these things. But now what you're trying to do basically is rewire your brain back to, a more natural state, without, bombarding your mind with all this, like artificial stimulation. So that's what it is, guys. That's basically what a flatline is. That, you know you're just, your brain is kind of like missing those hits that you used to give it. So, you may feel like high energy, like when you're retaining, you just like have all this motivation, all these things, and then all of a sudden you just feel like unmotivated, and just feel low on energy, or just feel like you don't really feel like talking to anybody. You just kind of want to be left alone, just in your own energy. What that is, guys, is just your brain kind of just trying to adapt. Because, like I said, guys, keep in mind, like, a lot of you guys, were on the hub, or just, or drinking, or doing all these things, that you got that instant like hit of dopamine. But now you're just like, you cut it out of your life. So now, like, this whole time, like, you could have, it just depends on the, how long you've been doing, these things, and then you just cut it out completely. It just depends on like how you're gonna feel later. Like, if somebody's been like watching the hub or just doing all these or drinking or just like I said, it's a drug, guys. It's literally like if it changes the way you feel, like it's like a drug in a way. Even if it's like, you know, it's not like drinking or smoking. If it's just like artificial, you know, stimulation, it's still rewiring your brain to like to feel a certain way. So when it goes a long time without, you know, feeling that way, it's like not used to it. It's used to like, you know, just getting those hits of dopamine. But now, like that, you're not on that fapping bullshit. Now that you're not on the hub, it's like your brain is kind of like trying to figure out, like, oh, like, why am I not getting these hits of dopamine anymore? So you'll have like, you start flatlining, you know, you feel low on energy, but it's literally your brain trying to readapt itself into a new way of life, you know. Um, Not being focused so much on the instant gratifications of things, working on things like things that will, you know, delayed gratification, things that will actually benefit you in the future. You know, working out, you know, finding a hobby, uh, making money, all these different outlets, guys. Your brain is trying to rewire itself into its natural state before you bombarded it with all this artificial nonsense that, you know, you're like a junkie. Even if it's not drugs, it's still like if it's through like technology and things like that, it's artificial. It's like, so it's basically like when you're flatlining, it's like you're coming off of a drug, like if you're on the retention. Damn mosquitoes though. Fuck. Yeah, guys. So hold on. Yeah, guys. So when you're flatlining, just keep moving forward, guys. Don't like just keep retaining, because honestly, like your mind will kind of try to play tricks on you, and then you'll feel like your mind will basically try to make you like uh think that like you need to go back to watching like porn and all these things like that, or just giving it artificial hits of dopamine. But is you just got to trust the process. Like your mind is literally trying to rewire itself from all the years that you spent, you know, like giving it artificial hits of dopamine. Now it's trying to rewire itself to a more natural state. So there'll be periods of times in your journey where you'll feel low on energy, you feel unmotivated and things like that. But it's just all part of the process, because like, yeah, like I said, it's just your brain rewiring itself, and you know, it has to get used to like this new way of life, because you know that old life that you guys, you know, that you know you were living, like it's not going to take you anywhere. So now you have to undo the damage that you've done throughout the years in order to rebirth a new life, like for your future. So the flatlines, guys, even if you feel like shit, even if you feel low on energy, all these things, you know, still try to do things even if you don't have that internal motivation to do it. You know, just kind of do something like go outside, just be in nature. Um, Still try to work out, but you know, still take it easy on yourself. But you know, literally, like, because like I said, guys, if you're on retention, you start feeling amazing. You start having all this high energy, motivation to talk to anybody, all this, you know, like drive, and then like all of a sudden you just like you're flatlining, and then you don't have the motivation to really do all those things that you were doing. You don't feel like talking to anybody. Uh, you know, you're just kind of like low, but it's literally your mind trying to readjust itself. You know, it's trying to rewire itself, because now it's no longer getting those hits of dopamine that you got from the hub. So now it's trying to find different ways to like, you know, like different, like that's why said, guys, like don't just retain and then expect everything to like change. You have to transmute that energy. You have to find new hobbies, new things that you like, in order to like get those dopamine hits, but like more naturally, you know, through working out, through doing something that's gonna be like a late gratification, you know, not just instant gratification all the time, like back then, you know, just the hub, drinking, smoking, Instagram likes, all this bullshit. That's instant gratification. That's a dopamine hits right there. All this technology shit, that's dopamine hits. But guys, when you unplug from the matrix, it's basically, guys, when you go on semen retention and you quit the hub, it's basically you're unplugging your mind and you're just like rebooting everything. It's just like a phone where you just turn it off and it just takes, like it's loading and stuff like that. It's not, you have to unplug in order to, be a new version of yourself, and in order to upgrade yourself to a better quality of life. But in order to do that, you have to go through the tough times, feel like these negative emotions, feel the depression or the anxiety or just these negative emotions that be surfacing up. But you have to push through it because, like I said, you're creating a new life. It's like, your old life was like this old building. It was like a piece of shit. It was like falling apart. It wasn't stable. And then in order to create a new life, you have to destroy that building, clean it up. It takes time. It's like when you go on retention, guys, after being on the hub for many years and all that fapping bullshit, you're reconstructing your life again. You're literally destroying that old building, you're clearing it out, and then you're starting from you're starting like to build a better building, which is, your life. But I was just using it as an example. But yeah, it's like that, guys. You have to destroy your old self in order to embrace your new self. And sometimes your old self will still kind of get in the way. And then, it's just like I said, guys, your mind is just rewiring itself. So if you feel unmotivated and you're, man, like, oh, like, why am I even retaining for? Like, or let me just go back on the hub. Like, for what, guys? It's bullshit. It's a lie. We've been lied to, guys. We've been manipulated into thinking that this shit is normal, but it's not. And now we have to take back our power and undo the damage that we've been doing to ourselves for all these years. So you have to embrace the struggle. I didn't really feel like making a video today, but now I'm using that. You still have to do things, guys. You still have to move forward, because just laying down in your room not doing anything is going to make you feel worse. And especially like if you start feeling like shit and then you go back to the hub and you relapse, it's going to make you feel 10 times more worse, guys. So don't fall for the trap. If you feel low on energy, just ride the wave, ride the emotions, and just realize that you just got to trust the process. And just keep moving forward, because it's your brain just rewiring itself. It's rebooting itself. So just trust the process. And then, because back then we wanted that instant gratification all the time, instant gratification. But we live in a society where we want everything right now. But you have to trust the process. And then, great things take time. If something is worth having, it takes time. Something that is, just cheap or whatever is just like instant, But you have to realize that everything that is great in life takes time. And so you just have to, just keep yourself stable, motivated, even when you don't feel motivated, just be mindful of your thoughts, but don't entertain your thoughts. Just realize that they're there, and then just keep moving forward. Just take every day, just take it by day. Every morning, just still be grateful, still go out here and get some sun, still try to work out, listen to music, and try to build up that momentum to do things forward. Because, guys, like the flatlines and all that shit, it's just your mind just trying to get used to this new way of life that you're trying to build for yourself. And sometimes your brain will try to trick you back into going back to your old ways, but because it's not used to it. Like for example, like you were on the hub for like 10 years or however long you were on it, and then all of a sudden you cut it out. Your brain is gonna be like, what the heck is this? Like I want those hits of dopamine, all that shit. Damn flies. But you just have to trust the process, guys, and just realize that your brain is like rebooting itself, it's rewiring itself, so you have a better life in the future. And So yeah, guys, I just want to make a quick video on that. You know, just keep moving forward. And yeah, guys, just take cold showers, work out, meditate, pray, drink water, and everything's gonna be all right. So yeah, guys, just spend some time outdoors. And with that being said, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, maintain your frame, retain gang. All right, fellas, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.